Dave Ramsey is a household name in the world of personal finance. His debt-free mantra and financial advice have inspired millions, creating a devoted following. But what if Ramsey's approach isn't actually the golden ticket to financial freedom? What if, instead of empowering you, it's holding you back? Today, we're taking a deeper look at why so many people following Ramsey's methods are still struggling, despite their best efforts. One of Ramsey's core principles is his strict approach to debt. According to him, debt is the ultimate evil, and avoiding it at all costs is the path to financial peace. On the surface, this sounds like good advice. Who doesn't want to live without the burden of debt? But here's the problem: Ramsey's all-or-nothing view on debt can limit people's ability to build wealth. Take, for instance, the concept of good debt, such as a mortgage or a student loan. These types of debt, when managed wisely, can actually serve as stepping stones to financial growth. By avoiding all debt, followers miss out on opportunities to invest in their education, career, or even a home that could appreciate over time. And here's the question: is it realistic to expect everyone to avoid debt completely, or is this setting people up for frustration? Ramsey also preaches a strict budget-first mentality, often advising followers to track every dollar meticulously. For many, this approach creates a sense of control and clarity, but it also requires an immense level of discipline. Life is unpredictable, and sticking to a rigid budget can be exhausting and difficult to maintain, especially for families with varying expenses or emergencies. The pressure to adhere strictly to a budget can actually lead to burnout, making people more likely to give up on financial planning altogether. And here's another issue: Ramsey's approach lacks flexibility for those who want to enjoy life a little, even while they save. By promoting such a stringent system, Ramsey's methods can make people feel guilty for any unnecessary spending, creating a sense of deprivation rather than empowerment. Is this really the path to financial freedom, or is it a setup for constant financial guilt? Then there's Ramsey's stance on investing. His advice? Stick to mutual funds and avoid risks like individual stocks or real estate investing. But here's the reality: in today's world, that one-size-fits-all advice might be outdated. While mutual funds can provide stability, they're not necessarily the best path to substantial wealth. Ramsey's conservative approach may prevent people from exploring other investment options that could yield higher returns, particularly for younger investors who can afford to take more calculated risks. Imagine someone in their 20s or 30s diligently following Ramsey's advice, yet missing out on the growth potential that other investments could provide. Ramsey's methods may help you avoid big losses, but they could also prevent big gains. For someone looking to retire early or build significant wealth, the question remains: does Ramsey's investment advice provide enough growth potential? Another key part of Ramsey's philosophy is his belief in living a cash-only lifestyle, avoiding credit cards entirely. He's convinced that credit cards encourage reckless spending, and while that's true for some, others can use credit responsibly to build a solid credit score. A good credit score is vital for major life expenses like buying a home or even getting a job in certain fields. Avoiding credit entirely can actually be a financial disadvantage, leaving people without a strong credit history when they need it. And let's be real, credit cards, when used responsibly, offer rewards and perks that cash simply doesn't provide. So, by following Ramsey's advice on credit, are people potentially limiting their financial options rather than enhancing them? And then there's the emotional toll Ramsey's methods can take. By focusing on a rigid, rule-based system, followers are often left feeling guilty or anxious whenever they deviate from the plan. For someone facing financial stress, the constant focus on cutting expenses, avoiding debt, and budgeting can feel overwhelming. Ramsey's methods don't leave much room for personal flexibility or individual circumstances. For people dealing with unpredictable expenses, health issues, or other life challenges, his advice can feel more like a burden than a roadmap to freedom. True financial freedom should inspire, not restrict. Can a path filled with rigid rules and limitations really lead to a sense of financial peace, or is it just creating more stress? Ultimately, while Ramsey's approach has helped some find stability, it may not work for everyone. Financial success isn't a one-size-fits-all journey. Some people thrive under strict budgets and debt-free lifestyles, but others need flexibility to grow and adapt. Instead of following Ramsey's advice to the letter, consider the parts that work for you and build a plan that fits your own life and goals. Remember, financial freedom is about empowerment, not restriction. If this breakdown gave you a new perspective on financial freedom, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep exploring what it really means to take control of your financial journey.